Alright, the price of tons of Lego sets is about to go up in retail stores. This is big news that has been breaking in the last week or so, of course, and we have to talk about it. Welcome to BrickBucks. We are a Lego investing channel, so we talk about Lego investing and collecting, the prices going up on Lego sets over time, and how when a Lego set stops getting manufactured, it becomes scarce, the value starts to rise, and we dedicate our time here on this channel to talking about that. So this week we heard that Lego Group are raising prices on tons and tons of different sets, over 100 sets from the information we have so far. So what does this mean for Lego investors, collectors, fans? Let's talk about this. Before we jump in, I do want to say, if you are not yet subscribed to BrickBucks, please do that now, because I'm almost at 15,000. So if you can get us there, if you can help me get to 15,000, I'm going to do a massive giveaway. I'm going to give away a Lego set when we hit 15,000. Stay tuned for that giveaway. So let's talk about what we know about these price changes. Now, a lot of the things that we're going to talk about in this video are from other sources of information, like blogs, different blogs about Lego that have kind of published different things. There's a lot of different information out there, so I've just been looking through everything, trying to curate, and I'm going to share it with you here. Now, big thanks to Stone Wars. They are a blog based in Germany, and they have given the most comprehensive information so far on these price changes, including a list of sets that we're going to look at in this video. I do need to say that the Stone Wars information is for their market in Germany, and they don't know if the same sets are going to be impacted in the US, in Asia, in other markets. So the sets that we're going to look at in this video right now are the ones that Stone Wars have confirmed that are impacted for the European market, particularly for Germany. But I personally think that there's a very good chance it will be the same sets globally that are impacted with these price changes. So what else do we know about this? Before we jump in and look at the actual sets and the price changes that are happening, what else do we know? We know that it's happening on August 1st in the US and in Asia, and we know that it's happening on September 1st in Europe. So they have staggered this change based on the market. We also know that they have targeted mostly the adult sets, right? So the Lego Group have kind of said that they want most of this change to go towards the adult sets that will be creator expert and some of the kind of the sets that are more displayable, versus sets that are targeted towards younger kids. So that is part of their strategy here, so that they don't want to raise prices too much on sets that are targeted towards younger kids. However, when we look at this list, you are going to see some Duplo and Friends and different sets like that in there. So it's not all for adults only. Also, we know that this list that we're going to look at is probably not comprehensive. It's probably not all inclusive of all of the changes that we are going to see. This is just what Stone Wars have said so far, right? There is a chance that we're going to have more sets added to this list between now and when these changes take effect in August and September. Now, we also know that the increase that is happening will vary based on the set. The Lego Group have said in a statement to the Lego Ambassador Network, they said that some sets will not get increased at all. Some sets will have single-digit increases and others will have higher increases. And they also said that this will impact around a quarter of the current available Lego sets out there. They did not mention whether this is going to impact all sets in the future. However, I do expect that we are going to see some price rises on a lot of the unreleased sets that will be released in 2023 and beyond. So let's jump in now and actually have a look at Stone Wars. Now again, this is stonewars.de. It is a site that is in German, but you can use Google Translate to turn this into English if German is not a first language, which is what I have done here. But for that reason, since it's Google Translate we're using here, some of the set names will look a little bit different, right? But we can still figure out what they are based on the set number, the pictures, and different things like that. So jumping in now, let's actually go down through this list of 105 Lego sets that Stone Wars have said are going to be impacted in the German market, that we can expect will probably also be impacted worldwide. Starting off here, we can see right away that we have some Avatar sets. So these are sets to be released later this year. This is the three main Avatar sets that we can expect: 75571, 75573, 75574. No pictures as of yet, but the Avatar unreleased sets will be getting a price rise from $39.99 to $45. $89.99 to 100, 140 to 150. So a varying percentage increase right here. So on the right side here, we can see the increase: 13%, 11%, and 7% on the avatar sets. Moving down now, we have the city sets, and we have a handful of city. We have, 6 city sets here that are going to be impacted with somewhere between 7 and 17% of price changes. So that is actually pretty dramatic right here. We have some big changes. Now the passenger train is only going from 150 to 160, but some other lower price sets have kind of a bigger hit because they're moving from 40 to 45 or from 30 to 35, which of course has a bigger impact when it comes to a percentage. So a handful of city sets impacted. We are seeing some of the bricks classic sets also impacted, and then going into creator 3-in-1 right here, we see the pirate ship. So 31109 is the set number for the Lego Creator 3-in-1 pirate ship. That is going to be impacted. It is going from 120 to 130. Now again, these prices are in euro, so this may look different in USD and in other currencies around the world. 120 to 130 in euro for the pirate ship. That is an 8% rise in price. Moving down now, we have the creator expert sets. There's a handful of creator expert impact here. Like we said, the Lego group did say that they want to target the adults audience more than the kids audience with these price changes. So creator expert is of course going to be one of the first targets on their list, and we can see that in action here because we have how many? 6 creator expert sets here on this list that will be impacted, starting off with the Ford Mustang here at the top, 10265, going from 140 to 170. That is pretty dramatic, a 21% rise on the Ford Mustang. Next up we have the Ghostbusters Ecto-1, 10274, and this is going from 200 to 240, again a 20% rise. That is a dramatic increase in price on the Ecto-1. Then we have the Flower Bouquet, which is 10280, and it is moving from $50 to $60. So again, a 20% increase in price on the Flower Bouquet. We're seeing big increases on creator expert sets from this. We have the Santa's Visit, that is the Winter Village creator expert set, 10293, impacted here from $90 to $100, 11% increase on this set. It does put it in line with some other Winter Village sets that we've seen, such as the Gingerbread House. However, that is a rise in price that we don't want to see on a really nice creator expert Winter Village set. Next up we have the Porsche 911 10295 creator expert set, 140 euro to 170, 21% rise in price. That is quite extreme. So on creator expert we're seeing a ton of impact. And then lastly we have the brand new Optimus Prime set that just released, 10302, and this is going from 170 to 180, which is a 6% rise. Thankfully that is lower than the rest of the sets we've seen here, but 6% rise on Optimus Prime. Scrolling down, we see the DC does not escape it. We have the Tumbler. So this is a pity that we see the Tumbler is being impacted very heavily here, with a 17% growth in price from 230 to 270. And then we have a handful of Disney sets, including Rapunzel's Tower, including the some Frozen stuff, Belle's Castle, Cinderella's Castle, Ariel's Castle. So we have a lot of impact here, and some pretty high price rises on these as well, from 18% on 2 of them, from 85 to 100, 13% on a few others. So we have a lot of heavy impact on some Disney sets as well. So again, it is not only the adult sets that will be impacted by this. We do have these sets that are targeted towards children that are also getting quite high impacts in price. Moving down, we have a 1-dot set here, 41964. That is moving from 40 to 45, and then we're into Duplo. Again, we do see some Duplo impact with how many? 5, 6, 7, 8 sets, actually more, 10 sets here for Duplo that are impacted. Now Duplo of course is a massive theme, there's a ton of sets in there, but that is, you know, it's not escaping this. Now we do see some lower percentage price rises, with around 8% on some of them, moving from 60 to 65, or 120 to 130, 120 to 130. But we also see some heavy impact, like on the Mickey and Minnie birthday train going from 30 to 35, and Buzz Lightyear planetary mission from 30 to 35. So definitely some heavier impact here as well, and there's a 20% impact here as well on the Spider-Man set 10963. So we do see Duplo getting hit, and then we have some for Friends as well. Now again, just a quick reminder that some of these names are kind of a little messed up because I'm using Google Translate to translate German into English here. But this is of course Lego Friends, and we have two sets, 41704 and 41716, with a 7% impact and a 13% impact on price, going from 150 to 160 and going from 40 to 45. And these are some of the newer Lego Friends sets that were released in 2022. Scrolling down further, we have the new Horizon Forbidden West. It says long neck here, but it's actually tall neck. So 76989, amazing set by the way if you're a fan of the Horizon games. $80 to $90, and euro. 13% increase in price on this Horizon Forbidden West set. Now we see some Harry Potter impact quite a bit actually. We have Privet Drive, which is the oldest Harry Potter set here. This one is from 2020. It is not retiring in 2022, and it's sticking around until next year. And all the rest of them are 2021 or 2022 sets. So we have Hogsmeade 76388. We have the Chamber of Secrets here 76389. We have the Magical Crest 76399, and then we have Dumbledore's Office 76402 from Harry Potter. We have a range of different amounts of impact. Chamber of Secrets thankfully is only going from 140 to 150. I would have expected a bigger jump on that one. So thankfully that's only a 7% approximate impact to the price of Chamber of Secrets, but some of the others like Hogsmeade is going up 13%. Privet Drive is going up 14%, which is quite a high jump, especially for a set that has been around for a long time. A lot of people were able to get this at the lower price, and now they're increasing the price of it. Dumbledore Office is going from 80 to 90, of a 13-ish% rise. We see one Sonic set, of course, that's all we've got, Lego Ideas, 21331. So this is going from 70 to 80, which is a 14% rise in price. All right, moving on now, we have a handful of Jurassic World sets also. Jurassic World did not miss out on this price increase, so we have 4 Jurassic World sets here. They are all 2022 Jurassic World sets, so the old range did avoid this. The sets that are going to retire in 2022 are not getting a price increase, and actually that applies to pretty much everything we're looking at here. Mostly we don't see 2022 retiring sets in this list. It is sets that are sticking around for longer that they are increasing the price on, because of course if something is end of life in 2022, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for them to raise the price just for a couple of months before it actually disappears off the shelves. So mostly this is not 2022 retiring stuff. So for Jurassic World sets, we have 76946, 76948, 49 and 51 here, with a broad range again of price increases ranging from 8% on the $130 to $140 set, and we have 17% on the lower priced from $30 to $35. So definitely some impact to Jurassic World, and I do expect any future Jurassic World sets will probably see impact as well. Now next up we have some of the Marvel sets. We have Venom and the Infinity Gauntlet. Both are getting price increases, 17% on Venom and 13% on the Infinity Gauntlet. And then we also have a couple more Marvels as well, actually a handful more, 5 more Marvel sets, ranging from Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, Thor, a handful of sets. 7% on the most expensive one from 150 to 160, which is 76193 to Guardians of the Galaxy. And then we have 17% again on the Wakanda upcoming set that's coming out in October 2022. We also have the Thor set is 50 to 60, a 20% rise on that set. Scrolling down more, we are going to see some Minecraft sets here. 2 Minecraft sets are impacted, $30 to $35 and $60 to $65. That is a 17% rise and an 8% rise. And then we have Ninjago as well. So Zane's Titan Mech is getting an 8% rise. Ninjago City Gardens, this one is going to be talked about quite a lot in the communities, I think. This is a 17% increase on Ninjago City Gardens from $300 to $350. That is 71741. Amazing set was supposed to retire in 22, has been pushed out, and that price increase is definitely going to lead to people trying to grab that set before it goes up. It's a pretty big, substantial increase. Water Dragon 71754 from $70 to $80, a 14% rise in price, and then we have a handful of others as well. So 2021, a few 2021 sets, but then also a handful of the 2022 sets here for Ninjago. We have 1, 2, 3. We have like 7 2022 Ninjago sets that are getting price increases for Ninjago. Speed Champions is not getting away with it either. We have some Speed Champion sets that are impacted here. Now this is the 2022 wave of Speed Champions, the ones that released in 22, not the ones that are retiring in 2022. But here's the thing. This is a really substantial increase in price, 25% increase in price on Speed Champions. They're at least in the German market, they're going from €20 to €25, which is pretty horrendous for Speed Champions fans. 25% growth in price on the base low price single car Speed Champions sets. We have the Lotus, the Lamborghini and the Ferrari all getting hit hard here, up to $25 or €25 I should say. Then we have the double pack that was €40 going up to 45, which is a smaller increase of 13%. That is going to increase the value, or at least the perceived value, of the Aston Martin double pack for sure, because now it is it's 45 for 2, which is, you know, a better value than 25 for 1, right? So that is a pretty big kind of thing to point out there. We're also getting the Aston Martin and the Fast and Furious, of course, and they are going to be at a higher price as well, 25% more than what was planned. Now we're going to move into Star Wars, and we have the Millennium Falcon 257, €160 set, moving to 170. So 6% rise on the Millennium Falcon. We have the Imperial TIE Fighter, €40 to 45, 13%. Darth Vader's helmet is going up in price from 70 to 80 in the German market, 14% rise. That is 75304. We have the Child is going up from 80 to 90, 13%. We have a handful of the new Star Wars sets as well. Here we can see many new Star Wars sets, including the new helmets, Luke Skywalker, Mandalorian, and including the Trench Run and the Jedi Training on Dagobah here, from 60 to 70 and from 80 to 90. That I'm disappointed to see that, because of course I love those sets and I want everybody to be able to buy those sets at a good price. ATST is going up. We have Obi-Wan's Starfighter is going up, so a big hit to Star Wars here with some of my favorite ranges, but they are the ranges that are targeted towards adults mostly. Here we see the helmets and dioramas getting hit pretty hard here. We have some hit to Mario with 3 different sets showing up here. One of them is an upcoming set that is going to be a €230 to 270, a 17% rise in that set. And then we have 71406 and 71409 are also getting hit with 17% increases. For Technic, we have a lot of impact here. We have the Ducati, we have the Dom's Charger, we have the Lamborghini, Ferrari, the tow truck, and the Mercedes-Benz, all the truck, all getting hit, plus the BMW. Oh man, this is the bulldozer. This is actually really heavy impact to Technic, and I guess that goes in line with what they said about targeting adult collectors and not the children audience as much. That is, of course, why we see so much impact to Technic here. Dom's Charger is going up 20% for a €100 set to go up to 120. That is a very substantial increase. We have 17% on the Ducati. We have some smaller numbers like 6% down here, but then we have 25% on the €200 BMW, 20%, we have 15%. Yeah, so significant increases to price on Technic sets, and a lot of these are 22 sets. We do have some 2021 sets and some 2020 sets in here as well with the Lamborghini and Dom's Charger. So that is all we have so far, folks, in terms of the actual specific sets. We see a very big picture into what's actually happening here, impact across the board in many different LEGO themes. Now again, we don't know if this is going to be the entire picture. There is a good chance there's going to be more sets added to this list at some point. This is all we know so far, and again, we don't even know if this is 100% confirmed. This seems to come from a good source, and Stone Wars seem very confident in the sets that they are showing here, but we don't know for sure, and we have to wait for LEGO Group to actually give us that information. So this list could increase, we don't know, right? So we just got to pay attention to what's going to happen there. Now, as to all of my thoughts on this stuff, here is what I'll say, folks, is that firstly, I'm not worried about this, right? It's not that this is going to change my LEGO investing approach dramatically. It's not going to scare me off of LEGO investing or anything like that whatsoever. In fact, I actually feel pretty positive about these changes. I will say a few different things on my thoughts. So firstly, you may be wondering, should you go out and start buying all of these sets now before they go up in price? And my answer to that is, it just depends on how long you are okay with holding sets for before you sell them. Most of what we looked at here are not retiring in 2022. Now, for me personally and my strategy, I like to buy stuff that are going to be retiring at least definitely within the year that I'm buying, but actually mostly within around 6 months of when I'm buying stuff. So knowing that these sets are going to be sticking around until 23 or 24 means that I'm probably not going to be buying these sets this summer just because the price is going up. So that's the first thing that I'll say, but that is just my personal preference and my strategy. I have a lot of reasons behind why I do that. But if you are someone who is okay with sitting on sets for longer before they retire, then maybe that's what you're going to do. You're going to go and start buying some of these sets now so you can get them at a lower price, because when that price goes up, of course, people are going to be okay with paying higher prices with them because they're going to get used to it. So of course, it is like getting a discount on the set. So that is up to you depending on your strategy. For me personally, I am not buying these sets yet because they are going to be sitting on the shelves for quite some time before they retire. Now, will I avoid ever buying these sets because they go up in price? Will this turn me off ever buying them or investing them at all? No, it will not. I'm gonna be totally fine with buying these sets if they check out for me in terms of my analysis and how I look for good investments. I'm not going to let this price increase stop me from buying sets, because here's my thoughts on what's going to happen. The market price is going to move up, right? Because the price floor is increasing. LEGO Group are increasing the MSRP, which is going to mean that resellers from that point onward are only going to be able to get it at a higher price, right? They're not going to be able to get it at low prices anymore. And so what's going to happen in the aftermarket is that it's going to start from a higher point, because there's going to be less lowball sellers, right? So the entire aftermarket on all of these sets will increase, right? The floor prices will increase because of this change. And yes, there will likely be a small hit to demand, right? A very small hit to the demand, because demand generally falls as things go up in price. That is always the case, right? If something is $5, more people will buy it than if it was $10, right? When price goes up, the demand does fall. But here's the thing, LEGO fans are generally okay with paying high prices for LEGO. They're used to paying high prices, especially the adults, and a lot of these sets are targeted towards adults. And so I think that the price elasticity, or the willingness to pay high prices, will still be there. And so even if the set does cost an extra 10 or 20 and the aftermarket does start from a higher point, I don't think it's going to stop these sets from growing significantly in value over time. I think the demand will drop a small bit, but I don't think it's going to be significant. I don't think it's going to change anything for the market on these sets, because I also think the supply will drop on these sets, because I think a lot of resellers, a lot of investors will not buy the sets because of what's happening here. They won't be able to get them at low enough prices. Generally, when prices are higher, the supply is also lower. So the demand is a little lower, but also the supply is lower. And so if we see one of these €200 sets now is selling for $250, some resellers will just not buy that set, right? So the supply is also going to come down. And as a result, I still think that the return on investment on these sets, whenever they are great sets and all of the boxes are checked in terms of how good of an investment prospect this set is, I still think that the price on that set is going to go up at a nice rate if it is a good set and a good investment. And I don't think that this price increase is going to massively change that. So that is my thoughts on what these price increases actually mean for LEGO investors. I'm not concerned by it. That's just my personal opinion, of course. I'm going to go business as usual. I'm not going to go buying these sets this summer just because they're going up in price. I'm not going to worry about this price increase whenever the time does come to buy these sets. Sure, some resellers will have got them at a lower price than I will. if they bought them really early, but a lot of resellers are going to have to pay that higher price as well. It may mean supply will be a little lower, and I think everything's going to balance itself out. The market price will start from a higher point and it's all going to be fine. With that, thank you so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you found this information useful, and I will see you in the next one.